brother Bobby, my blue brother. I really don't want to do that. See, oddly. Okay, game. Here it is. The one. Sticky feet. Could have been the one. Could have been it. Aw, I didn't hold long enough. Man, he starts with incredibly low tier rate, huh? Or am I crazy? Seems lower than other characters. That's this guy's gimmick. He throws shit. Would you guys come at me and burn on fires? Thank you. It is lower. Okay, yeah, 2-0 seems really low. What's Isaac's tier rate? I feel like you should get something special for getting the poop. I mean, it's a shitty design. I did the joke. I did it. Is Tech 2 actually tier delay, or is it just tiers down? Or does it work like triple shot and quad shot and actually make it so your tier cap is lower? I don't think I've ever gotten it this early in the game to play around and test it. I don't want to know what chat's talking about right now. I'm going to ignore it. Though I did want them to answer my question about Tech 2. You're supposed to be my stats, guys. Since when do you not jump at the opportunity to quote the wiki at me? Where's Wiki Lover 1234? Isn't he still subbed? Does Tech 2 reduce tier delay or just tier rate? That is the question. Nah, the wikis are usually pretty good with just straight numbers, because that's just data mine shit. I didn't put it over far enough. Good job, Richard. Yeah, the damage reduction is removed, but there's definitely a tier rate down, and I just don't know in what way. So the tier rate in this game works in two ways. There's tiers up and tiers down, but then there's also a stat that's not on your stat sheet called tier delay. That's what things like cancer do and let you break tier cap. So and things like quad shot and triple shot give you tier delay to make it so you can't possibly hit tier cap anymore. Is effectively the tier is half. So tier rate is halved. Does the laser proc off tier rate then? Or does it have its own stagnant tier rate? I also didn't lose 50% of my tier rate, which is another interesting tidbit of information there. Because I'm at 136 and we started at 207 or something like that. I believe it has. I believe that would imply it has its own fire rate then. I think I'm just gonna go for Godrooms here. But very rapidly. Yeah, see, that's the kind of information that's, like, useful but not enough for me to, like, get me hot and bothered, you know? I want to know the nitty-gritty of how it works. Not just it do good. I hate that. %13% per tick. And ticks very fast, but not the actual speed at which it ticks. Okay. Is there a tier rate minimum? I don't know. It's a question. I mean, I guess you could figure it out based on... Oh, fuck, I was gonna go in the challenge room. God damn it. I was all excited about my free black hearts and didn't think. Oh well. Yeah, Tech Point 5 still in the game. Don't believe that guy who said no. It's still in the game. Yeah, very weird that there's no info on the tier delay stuff, like, because it's clearly not just half. I mean, it's not half on the stat sheet. Have any items been removed ever? I think someone said something the other day that had been removed, but very rarely, which is surprising to me, because I feel like there's a lot of items that could certainly be removed. I really hope to to see a modder take that on and try to really just clean up the items and the synergies a bit. Transcendence is still in the game. Skeleton Key, I haven't seen it, but it's probably still in here. Reduces boss armor by 50%. I'd rather have a mod that, yeah, I mean, sure, I guess. I'd rather just get rid of boss armor. I don't think it's a good mechanic. I think I get what they were trying to accomplish. I'd rather just have health pools increased. I'd really like to see a mod that expands upon the final boss's arsenal. I don't know how viable that is, but it seems viable after Anti-Birth. Like, even with Anti-Birth, I thought that was a thing that I was, you know, they were focused on their new content. I don't know if it is more difficult to rebuild the old content instead of rebuilding the old content. That's the kind of things you wish hard mode did instead of reducing your consumables. Is like Hades hard mode that adds boss attacks and actually increases difficulty in a way that's interesting. Well, the problem with boss armor is it's super backwards to getting strong. It's the Morrowind of getting strong, right? Like, you keep leveling, but now all of a sudden you're just fighting these incredibly strong level 1 rats. It's just not good. It's actually worse than the Morrowind because, like, bad builds can be really good against boss armor. I had my first ever build that was so OP, I didn't notice the boss armor last night. And it was some weird bouncing multi-tech. And it was just because it hits so fast. And that's really what shreds boss armor the best, is things that tick a lot. Not high damage. High damage just gets nerfed by boss armor. And, like, that's the part that doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't nerf builds consistently. It tries to balance builds out, and that's what's wrong with it, in my opinion. A base tiered build doesn't really kill boss armor much slower than a 30 damage. No, I streamed it. It destroyed his bitrate. It was a bouncing laser. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It kept bouncing, and then there was multiple lasers going on with, like, Bookworm and Continuum, and it was just insanely fast. And it didn't crash because it was just lasers, thank God. That was my lost Greedier win. Right? Yeah, exactly, Retalia. It punishes the heavy damage, slow hitting build, and then, like, it should, if there's going to be a way to make a boss harder, it should not only make it harder for certain types of builds, right? It should be everything. But it may have changed a little bit, but I did this before in the past. Base soy milk was faster at killing boss armor enemies than, like, a 40 damage poly. And to me, that's fucking wrong. But I'm not against them trying to make the game harder. Like I said, I understand what they were attempting to accomplish. I think they just missed the mark a bit and didn't change it. I think boss armor scales, right? Like the higher your damage, the more armor it has, is my understanding of it. But I don't actually, I've never heard someone explain it to me in code terms. Which is why high speed builds usually do much better against it. It's not a clit. It cares how much damage you deal in X time. That's... I mean, like I said, I like killed greed instantly last night. So my studies don't seem to reflect what your statement, but you deal enough to kill him instantly, you kill him instantly. How much health does he have? Because I don't think that's true either. Entity spawns. It'll increase its armor deployment. Each game logic frame going from 0 no armor to 120 fully deployed. Then use this value to compute a static degree of damage reduction. Okay. Then you keep track of how much unmodified damage is taken in the past 4 seconds, which combined with a static degree, the enemy's HP and armor effectiveness results in a multiplier to the actual damage dealt. But that sounds more like it's reducing damage still based more so off damage, right? The way that's worded, how much unmodified damage is taken in the past 4 seconds? That would make you think slow builds would be stronger. How much health does greed have? Does it even say? Doesn't care about damage per second. It's just single hit in the last 4 seconds, which would then, if that's the case, then that's why fast builds 3,500 HP. $6,000 total. Okay. It's a lot of health. Doesn't say I had a 900 damage sword. And that didn't one-shot him. The single highest... Alright, it'd be interesting to see if I can find somebody who can give me the better technical of that. Favoring certain builds on bosses is reasonable. I disagree. 100%. Because you can't control what you build. This isn't a game where you get to pick and choose what you build, right? Like, you have to go with what cards are dealt to you. And if you happen to get dealt a bad build for Mega Satan, Or for a boss armor boss, when there's one in like every single path, I don't think that's a good design. I would agree with you in a game like Hades, again as a reference, because Hades you can adjust your build according to what you're gonna fight or whatever, right? But like, or Dead Cells. Fair amount of choice in the game, yes, but not to determine if or not you're gonna have a fast build or a slow high damage build. Like that isn't much of a choice, man. Like the odds of seeing a poly or a soy milk, like those, you know, no matter how much you try to. Anyway, I don't agree. I don't agree with your statement that it makes sense. I think if they're going to try to make bosses tougher, which I'm fine with, it just needs to be done in a different way to be enjoyable. There's a reason like nobody does them, and it's sad because Mega Satan is a very good fight. It's also sad that, well, they made Mega Satan quite a bit easier with sack rooms, but he's still not a very likely fight, especially on characters like this. I don't know. I really dislike that they invested so much time in the tainted characters. That's my biggest complaint with this DLC. I think the DLC, the state of the game is the best it's been, but that they could have really just made the game overall better, continued on with the changes they made. There were a lot more changes they could have addressed, instead of adding 17 characters that are like never gonna get played. Once you're done unlocking this shit, how many of these characters are you actually gonna play? Even if it's 3, that's of 17. Even if it's 5, that's of 17. It was a much safer content ad, though, than a bunch more items. At least we got that. The game would never come out. Sounds about right. Sounds like an admin statement. Wrath of the Lamb couldn't be updated until it was. You always need to add stuff. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that was still added without the 17 characters IMO. It's a big expansion, and it really is good. Like, it is their best. I just, you know, it's okay to still have a complaint. I'm not totally against the content the Tainted characters have given me, but I just feel like most people play Isaac to play Isaac, like to do a run. And not to, like, because how long is this going to take the average person to get through this content? This probably doesn't work with Tech 2 either, huh? This item. Oh, it does. Yay. This item doesn't work with much. Yeah, I don't think the average person is going to do it all. And I think that's my point too, right? Like it to me that screams to a disconnect with what the majority is. And I think I've said this a lot, that there's a pretty obvious disconnect for what the majority of players are looking for. Not just the Twitch players, but like the people I know that just like, you know, I see dozens of people on my friends list boot this game up daily over 7 years to do a run, to play a run. And I don't think it's because they still have unlocks. I think it's because they want to do an Isaac run. Seems like a pretty good send though. I guess I would agree if it wasn't the world we live in, which is they're just gonna download. Like a lot of people are just gonna download a completed file. How many of you have already downloaded a completed file? Too many items to learn, so you just stop. That's fair. Not as many as I expected.
Feels like I'm walking on sunshine.
I know a lot of people did, from my community anyways, with the last 2 expansions. But like I've said about games for a long time, most players just don't have that much time. Like I am a very lucky man that I not only have hours, I need hours, right? Like I need games to last me a long time. Goodbye, health. Oh, hello, health. You didn't buy the game? Well, actually, see my mirror carp? I've been waiting for you. I was very excited about my mirror carp. This is probably bad. I'm going to take it anyway. It was a risk I was willing to take. Oh, look, I get a heart back. Hello. Apparently, Morlack is definitely a mirror carp. Bum, 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 bum. God, it looks so redneck. It was definitely a mirror carp. They're very weird because their scales are irregular. They're like snowflakes. They're always unique and irregular scale pattern. They look sick. I'm gonna play Diablo 2 when it comes out. I did that like 20 years ago. Yeah, it wasn't a bad little fish. Fought like a hell. Stole it from my brother too. He wasn't paying attention when his pole went off, and I just yoinked it and reeled it in. He was not happy with me, especially because it was a brand new rod and reel he'd never used before. It was a lot of fun because I caught it on a 10-foot rod, which I normally use a lot smaller stuff. Oh, I walked into a tiny fire. What a steal. I know, I'm a jerk. It's funny because I made him go out and buy fishing poles because I was so sick of him using all my shit. And then stole his fish on his brand new rod and reel. The kid's been fishing with me for like years now and has nothing of his own. He's getting expensive. Oh, I left a black card back there. Your rod is longer? Yeah, I fish from a boat though, so like... Normally I won't even let anyone bring a rod on my boat that's over 8 feet because it's just a burden. Yeah, the Diablo thing, like, I liked Diablo. I was never a big Diablo guy. I liked Diablo, but I was never the crazy diehard Diablo kid. This is same with RuneScape for me, man. Like, y'all were playing RuneScape and Diablo 2, and I was already playing EverQuest. Like, I was already on to real MMOs. Not to be a dick, but, like, you know... have nowhere to keep it. I want 3 boats. I just can't afford 3 boats. And I have nowhere to keep them. Boomer. I guess, like, I don't know. It just always felt like a downgrade to go to Diablo from EverQuest or to go to... Like, Diablo was fun to get through. Oops. But I didn't sit around and keep playing it. Because in comparison to EverQuest, it was very small and repetitive. And not an MMO. I'm so upset with myself, stupid idiot. I hate the shared button. My biggest complaint about the tainted characters. I hate the shared button. When you had shit internet, Diablo 2, is that? I mean, nah, dude, I played EverQuest on dial-up. You just had to have parents that would let you tie up your phone line. Yeah, good internet didn't exist back then. I think I did have, like, DSL by the time WoW came out. We added a second dial-up or line for dial-up too. Yeah. Needed that second phone call so like when a raid was going down or something, your friends could call you too. So I could just use this now, right? And I'll get the door will be open for boss rush. But if I get my deal, I won't be able to check my deal and boss rush, will I? I don't know. Let's science it. I'm just gonna do it. I want this crystal ball. This is the Wheel of Fortune that fucked me, right? I don't want to be fucked again. Not like that, anyway. It could be a D5, though. You're right. Oh, yeah. It fucks your donation machine. Fruitcake sounds very fun. Until it rolls like Ipecac or something. That's super weird. Boss rush was open. I hope I can go in here and still... Alright, we're fighting the angels. No, it closed it. Okay. I figured it would, but I wanted to know for sure. That's fine. We gotta do another one anyway, at least. Yeah, that's the one that sucks with fruitcake. Ipecac's gonna blow us. Was there a blue nickel? Or blue necklace? Oh. Oh, yeah, it gives stats. What's this one do? It could have been good. Soul's just health now. This is just the 3 gold. I'm gonna be paranoid of all these things now. After one ripped a run from my clutches. Wait, what? That one's not health, but it is flying, which is nice. I'll fly. That was fast. Excuse me, excuse me. Don't go down that hole. Yeah, when fruitcake rolls Ipecac, we take damage. There's no stopping it. It's this item in Ipecac just, if you haven't taken it already, it instantly blows you up. It's very bad.
Tears up.
Yeah, it blows up like the whole distance it travels, so it just keeps blowing you up. Yep, there it is again. That will probably kill us. But you know what? We'll die how we lived. Dead. Swatty hands McGee there. I should probably just take the relic. But this is cool. Oh, I should probably just take the relic, but this is cooler. It's Tainted Blue Baby, and the gimmick is poop instead of bombs. What's this one do? Using an Xbox One Mini controller, because I have tiny, tiny hands. Fire rate for 1 minute. 1 minute? That's a long time. Interesting how much stuff now persists through rooms. A lot of that. There's just poop in them. That's all that's ever in chests. Poop. More poop. Poop to replace the poop. I don't have an explodey poop. Actually, if I'm doing this, I need my keys. There's an explodey poop. don't think there is a way to do it on console. I didn't read any of that, but I'm sure it was exciting stuff. Don't got time. How is that card bad? Bam, 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 bam. Oh. Chat didn't mention the part about going down to half a heart when it was over, huh? They left that detail out for me? And now I get a Yara. I'm mad. What's this do? It makes a tiny laser too? Wait. Yeah. Well, that's weird. That may have fucked me. I'm gonna leave my hearts laying around. Come back for him before I'm ready to do stand. Got lives to burn. Didn't turn my poops into keys, which is upsetting. Oh, what did it snubbied up my brimstone too? It's already got proptosis. Oh yeah, don't keep firing. That's dangerous. Just getting some soul hearts on the ground. Oh, big suck. Good. Big suck. Oh, is that a year? That's 4 hearts, which is nice. I'll probably do it again before I do Mega Stan, which should secure the deal. Ooh, I unlocked Dingle Berry. Always wanted to unlock a Dingle Berry. They can really get locked in there. I mean, that's just gonna happen. It's the life we live. With random tears. I don't actually want all chests to be gold chests, but I'm too lazy to let go. Oh, I didn't clear that fucking room. Just farming charges. No big deal. What's this one do? Indy, thank you for the 60 months. That's very gross. The item combo I have can just randomly blow up my face. Removes your oldest passive and spawns 2 more. Does it? I don't know what my oldest passive was. I thought it was the one there. Now I have all this garbage. Oldest, not newest. Oldest. Oldest. Oh, I shouldn't have picked up all that garbage. Those don't give items anymore. That's a sad change. There's no item in there to reroll, is there? I don't need that much health. Thanks, game. Oh, now I get 2. Now I get a twosome. Worthless. Yeah, no, it's D6. Okay. Either way, we win. guess it's possible we blow ourselves up. No, it's not. Charming poop. What a charming fella that poop is. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Subs and stuff. I love you. See you probably tomorrow.